recently, I have approved the proposal to acquire more combat utility vehicles of the AFP. With the recent gains against various terrorist groups, I am confident that our efforts under the AFP modernization program are already paying off. I am particularly pleased with your efforts to eliminate the terrorist groups in northern Luzon, which have led to the genuine peace and sustainable progress in the area, as well as has fostered greater camaraderie among the government security forces operating in the region. Today, we confer the Order of Lapu-Lapu with the rank of Kamagi to outstanding officers and enlisted personnel who took part in restoring peace and order in Sulu in November last year. Your gallantry, bravery, and courage are truly exemplary. Alam mo, hindi lahat Pilipino, not really to derogate or raise, but mahirap itong trabaho na ito. You stare eyeball to eyeball with death. You know, I was just about 16 years old when I took my solo flight. I accumulated along the years of about 800 hours. Ang gipraktisan lang ho namin ay yung L4, the World War II vintage spotter plane, the L4, and when I stopped, I was flying the Super Cub. I hope that your fellow soldiers will look up to you as a source of inspiration and strength, especially when it is their turn to face the battlefield. As we celebrate your achievements, let us also take this occasion to remember the honor of our uniformed personnel who died in the helicopter crash in Bukidnon. I express my deepest condolences to the families they have left behind. Usap kasi kami, but the day after, I was talking to the DND secretary. Sabi ko, Del, palitan mo na yung, is there a way where we can replace itong the aging and the old Huey? Alam mo, atin-atin lang ito, but we know deep in our hearts that every time that, old helicopter flies, medyo may kaba tayo that it can falter on its own with nobody's intervention. Nire-repair nga pero matagal na talaga. On all the metal fatigue and the constant reboring sa pag-repair, it will take its toll on the helicopter itself. Sabi ko kay General Lorenzana na, is there a way where we can replace them? Sabi niya, we have a pending still order of 32. Is it 32? Well, I can buy more or less. Madagdagan ko ng 5 yan o 6 before I go. Pero I cannot give you the entire 32. It will be spread along a number of years. But maghanap ako na magdadagan ko ng mga baski 5 and to phase out Huey. Eh, kagaganda-ganda ng Black Hawk eh. Puro, alam mo ganito yan. Nandito si Chief of Staff. Ang problema ko kasi whenever I read my briefer every night, ang una kong tinitignan yung mga sundalo kong nasawi. And of course, the wounded. And it grieves me deeply to realize that we can improve on this in terms of fighting capability and the airworthiness of yung sabi ko na kailangan talaga mapalitan na to. I mean, it has come to age for retirement. Hindi na talaga pwede. So, it could be an insertion of the troops or a transport or whatever humanitarian runs that you have to make. Itong mga bagong madagdagan lang naman sana. Hindi itong pwedeng na ganito lang kasi bugbog ito. Pag bugbog ang equipments mo, medyo alanganin rin tayo. So, kung madagdagan ng 32 yan, that would about maybe complete really the requirements. The standard minimum requirements of a working Air Force. Now, the reason why I am so, I'm walking on a tightrope, actually. I cannot afford to be brave in the mouth against China because, well, we are avoiding any confrontation. At a confrontation that would lead to something which we can hardly afford. At least not at this time. Kaya ako naman sa Amerika, well, in the past, marami silang ang paghihinakit ko rin. We ask so much of them because they have taken so much from us. Libre sila to advance their troops in our land. Okay lang yan sa akin. But we do not like it because we want to remain neutral. We do not want to quarrel with anybody. But for the reason is that the exigency of the moment requires their presence here. Okay na lang ako dyan. But in the past, we ordered so much from them and so much were not delivered at all. Kaya huwag ninyo ako, kaibigan ako ng Amerika, kaibigan ako ng China. But what I don't like is yung para kang bata na they promise you and this. Ganon yan eh. Mapunta yung mga top brass nila, this group will promise you. Once they take off, they forget all about it. And nobody is following until you keep on reminding them. Until such time that I was able to talk to President Trump, sinabi niya what are our requirements. So we need the guided rockets. We have been asking for it. And as a matter of fact, we are willing to pay for it, Mr. President. But until now, it's still in the air. I think it was delivered after a few weeks, few months. Kaya ganon, do not be surprised with my... I'm not allied with anybody. I am ally. Ialay ko, buhay ko pati ang alay ko ang Pilipinas. Nobody else. Iyon ang tandaan ninyo.